everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Rachel Zaleski. I am your host, and this is the Zaleski Sports Show. We are going to be talking about the Green Bay Packers today, the Milwaukee Brewers. We are going to be talking about college and high school football. So we are now joined with Jason Zaleski, our sports expert. Jason, yesterday I had a chance to go ahead and visit the Green Bay Packers at their training camp in Green Bay, Wisconsin. It was their last day of training camp. So let's go ahead and see what Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the Green Bay Packers had to say on our highlights. Welcome to the Zaleski Sports Show. We're here in Green Bay, Wisconsin at the Don Hutson Training Center as the Packers practice for the last time during this 2017 training camp. Today's special edition of Green Bay Packers Training Camp is sponsored by After Hours Bar and Grill. After Hours Bar and Grill, located at the corner of 14th and Maple in Marshfield, now open Sundays for all of the 2017 Green Bay Packers excitement. And check out the After Hours Facebook page for daily specials. Let's head to the field for practice.
I definitely think we hit some strides. I think we did some really good things, and I think we're gonna end up having a good football team. We're gonna have to show that come game day each and every week. But I'm really excited for what we should be able to do. I was happy to get those reps because I'm a guy that likes to prepare. Sometimes over prepare or overthink. Is a word that people use sometimes, but. When it comes game time, I don't like to think. So that's why I overthink throughout the week. I over-prepare throughout the week. I work on stuff. I get better, make the mistakes in practice, and then just go out there and play full speed. So I'm grateful for this off-season and this training camp.
I know what they're doing. I'm just having some fun out there last day of this training camp, so pretty good. That was good. I thought we did some good things. The practice reps are really important for us, especially when we don't play a whole lot as the 11 starters. Although we have more than 11 starters, just kind of don't have a lot of time to gel together. So even practices like this, when we're taking scout team reps and hitting Lance on touchdowns, Marty on touchdowns, those are great reps for us. Those are extended play stuff or maybe on-time throws. Randall ran a great route from the slot, something we talked about. Other scout team plays, you put them into your own offense and you can get a lot out of it. Probably less than half for sure. Those are long days. The meetings are tough because they seem endless at times, but they're all really important. The mental part, especially for young players, is the most important thing. When you can start to slow down your mind, it actually allows your body to play faster. You're reacting more. I think a prime example of that is Trevor Davis. Trevor's had a fantastic camp for us. A guy who runs an incredible time on the clock. Didn't play maybe as fast last year. This year he's playing fast because he's thinking less. He's confident. He's obviously done a great job for us on the punt team, punt return team, but he's become a legitimate receiver. So I'm really happy about the strides that he's made. That's a prime example of a guy who's probably a little more focused this year, and the mental part is coming a lot easier than it did last year, which is natural.
I feel like training camp was a success. We had limited injuries, and whenever you can come out of training camp for the most part healthy, as a full entire team, that's a successful training camp. I could always use some extra reps. Reps are good. Just starting to turn the focal point to Seattle right now. I actually might go see the movie The Bodyguard's Hitman. So I'll probably just go check out a movie or something.
Thank you to the Green Bay Packers for having us at training camp today. Those players that you saw on the field are going to be on this field this Thursday for their last chance to make the team. Today's special edition of Green Bay Packers training camp is sponsored by After Hours Bar and Grill. After Hours Bar and Grill, located at the corner of 14th and Maple in Marshfield, now open Sundays for all of the 2017 Green Bay Packers excitement. And check out the After Hours Facebook page for daily specials.
All right, yeah, we did. Rachel, looks like you had a lot of fun there, and you got a lot of things covered. I saw while you were talking to some of those players, Ty Montgomery, Demarius Randall, etc., Some of those folks were a little unsure about playing time Thursday. I think the level of those kind of players you probably won't see Thursday when the Packers take the field against the Rams in Green Bay. That will be left for those players that are jostling for open roster spots. And I'd say right now, Rachel, there's about 5 open roster spots left for that team. So that's what they'll get figured out on Thursday. That game's tomorrow, and we look forward to watching that. Speaking of NFL games tomorrow, this is late breaking news here to the Zaleski Sports Show. The regular game scheduled tomorrow down in Texas, Houston versus Dallas. It's the annual last week of preseason game, that in-state rivalry. That game has been canceled due to Hurricane Harvey and all the things that are going on there. They did make an attempt to shift that game up to Dallas, just a little too late on that planning, and those players in Houston really would rather be with their friends and family in Houston as the cleanup efforts now continue down there. And for the Cowboys, not a lot of bad feelings about that game being canceled. They've already played 4 preseason games this year, playing the Hall of Fame game the week prior to week 1 in the preseason. So they're all set, injury-free. Texans will go down and take care of business back at home. Everybody then will get ready for the season opener on the 10th.
Wonderful, and our thoughts and prayers are going out to all of those families there down in Houston. So going ahead and speaking a little bit more about injury-free or injuries of players, is there any updates that you want to report on the Milwaukee Brewers and how they're doing this season so far?
Well, I think as far as injuries are concerned, the second half of the season's just been one injury as far as the team has been concerned. They started out, Rachel, after the All-Star break, kind of with a flop, and got a few games ahead. They were in first place coming out of the All-Star break. They quickly went down to second place, even spent a couple days in third place just a few weeks ago. There's still 4 losses behind the Cubs in the standings right now, and they're also 4 losses behind the Rockies in the wild card standings. So they've got some ground to make up. Their last 10 games, they've been 5-5. Cubs have been 7-3, so they've lost 2 games to the Cubs in those last 10 games. Opportunity, though, is just right around the corner for the Milwaukee Brewers. Over the last month of the season, they play the Cubs 7 times, so the first place Cubs. I think they'll need to win at least 5 of those to have a shot at winning the division, and then we'll see about wild card. I think, though, their best chance for the playoffs probably catching the Cubs due to them playing 7 games against the Cubs in these next 30 days. So we'll see what happens. It'll be kind of a sprint to the finish as we finish out the Major League Baseball season. We'll see if the Brewers have it in them. Our show predicted the Brewers with 69 wins this year. They're on 68 right now. So I don't want to be right and have them win just 1 game the next month. So come on, Brewers, let's win a few, and let's see if we can challenge the Cubs for a division title.
Thanks, Jason, for that update on the Brewers. Now let's go to college football. The Wisconsin Badgers will be playing this Friday. The kickoff is at 8 p.m. against the Utah State Aggies at Camp Randall Stadium. You can watch the game on ESPN. Mm-hmm. And what should we be looking for, Jason, in this first game of the season?
Yeah,
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's an exciting time. College football is always a lot of fun. All that history, all the alumni get together and they make a big spectacle of their home team, and that'll happen again down in Madison starting on Friday. The Badgers ranked number 9 coming into the year. Sophomore Alex Hornibrook gets the start on Friday, and he'll have some familiar targets to throw to. Jazz Peavy, Troy Fumagalli, they're both back, and they'll rack up lots of receptions this year. Hornibrook has had a good camp, as far as I've been told, this year, so they look like the passing game is ready. Running game, Bradrick Shaw averaged just over 5 yards per carry last year, and he'll lead the way again this year for the Badgers. Chris James and Jonathan Taylor also will get the ball from the running back position during the year. As far as Utah State, Kent Myers is their quarterback. That'll be what to watch for if you're not familiar with the Aggies. Kent last year had over 2,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. He also had 116 rushes and 6 touchdowns. So he can throw it, he can run it. If the Badgers shut down Mr. Myers, they will come out with a win. I would say something in the neighborhood of 55-14, somewhere in there should be the score.
Wow, what a prediction. I'm going to hold you to that.
All right.
Moving on to the UW Pointers, Stevens Point Pointers. They are playing this Saturday at 1 p.m. against the St. Norbert Green Knights. Make sure that you stop by. The Zaleski Sports Show will be there covering this game. So stop by, say hi, and check it out. Check out that game.
Yeah, so head coach Tom Jernell Quarterback Ryan Swigert, they'll lead the way on Saturday. We will catch up with both of those folks after the game, so check out our Facebook page for highlights at Zaleski Sports Show. We'll get that. A couple of Edgar guys play on the team. One Colby, high school graduate, one Hornet, is now a Pointer. And Marshfield's own Tristan Wilson, sophomore offensive lineman, also plays for the Pointers. We'll see if any of those guys get playing time, and if they do, well, we'll make sure to put a special spotlight on them as well.
Ooh, like the spotlight, don't you? So on to high school football. The Zaleski Sports Show Game of the Week is the Spencer Columbus varsity football team. They're playing against Stanley Boyd on Friday, this Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. Last week, we inducted Spencer Columbus players Hunter Lupke and Ethan Meese into the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House. So let's go ahead and see what they had to say.
They're in the house. Guys, Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House. We are here with players of the game, Hunter Lupke and Ethan Meese. Hunter, we'll start with you, and we'll start with your first quarter performance. 109 yards in the first quarter. What were you seeing after you got the handoff?
A lot of open field, a lot of green grass in front of me, and that was big props to my line, blocking 2-3 guys at a time at once. I mean, it's awesome seeing holes like that in the game. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, 5 touchdowns overall. Any of them stand out amongst that group of 5?
That one 70-yarder plus, that was pretty cool. That was a wide open hole again by lineman. Kick out and seal perfectly. So.
Yeah, okay, good. You mentioned offensive line a couple times. Look dead in that camera there and say, thanks, guys.
Thanks, lineman.
There you go. All right, and moving down the line here to Ethan. Ethan, big interception in the second quarter. It looks like you spun around, saw the ball. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I just saw him throw it, and I went up for the ball. Happened to catch it.
And made a great catch on that play. After you caught the ball, were you thinking touchdown, or what went through your mind right away?
Just don't drop it.
All right, definitely good plan. After you started running, though, obviously it looked like you had 6 written all over it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It was definitely pretty cool. All right, guys, Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House here with players of the game, Hunter Lupke and Ethan Meese. Guys, good job tonight, and good luck the rest of the way.
This is the Zaleski Sports Show Highlight House.
We're in the house.
SC on 3, 1, 2, 3, SC!
Good luck to the Rockets on your next game. Now, the Marshfield varsity football team has an away non-conference game at Hortonville on Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. The Stratford varsity football team has a home conference game versus the Chequamegon on Friday, September 1st at 7 p.m. And Jason, anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, just a quick update as we are broadcasting today, Wednesday. Brewers have finished now their bottom half of the first inning, gave up 2 runs to the Cardinals. So not the game they needed to have. Again, for them to have a chance at the end of the year, like I mentioned earlier, to win 5 of 7 at least against the Cubs. I should also include they're going to have to beat these other teams along the way to even have those 2 Cub series even matter. So far, not so good. We'll see, though, what they do in the next 8 innings.
So whatever you're doing this weekend, whether you're going to watch local sports, college sports, or national sports, make sure you guys all have fun. This has been the Zaleski Sports Show. I'm Rachel, and our sports expert, Jason. Thank you so much for watching. Follow us on Facebook at Zaleski Sports Show. You can follow us on Twitter at Zaleski Sports. Make sure you have a great week, everyone.
Go Sports!